Alright guys, here's the moment of truth. We are about to test out God of War 3 inside of the ANDSTATION 3 emulator. Will it work? Let's find out. Yo, what's up guys, it's ApTreX here. Today in this video, we'll be finally testing out PS3 games inside of the ANDSTATION PS3 emulator for Android. It finally got a brand new update where it's now completely playable and we have a lot of games that we'll be testing out in today's video. Now if you guys don't know about the ANDSTATION PS3 emulator, you guys can watch the video on the iCard and find out how to set up this emulator on your own Android device. We have games like Battlefield 1943, Bomberman Ultra, Call of Duty World at War, Devil May Cry 4, Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit, FIFA 08, Sonic Unleashed, God of War 3 demo. All of these games will be tested out in today's video. So before getting started, if you guys are new here, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, turn on all notification as I upload similar videos. And here's our today's Google Play Store gift card redeem code giveaway, which I am doing daily on my channel. So simply subscribe and be the first one to watch my video to win this Google Play Store gift card redeem code. With that being said, let's jump right into our settings which I am using for the PS3 emulator. I'll simply tap on the CPU settings and you guys can copy these settings. All of them are basically the default settings, and if we go to GPU, renderer is set to Vulkan and graphics device is my Adreno 740 GPU. And if you are curious about what device am I actually using, it is my Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 Ultra tablet, obviously Android tablet, and I have also configured these on-screen touch controls because ANDSTATION 3 does not have them. So you can do that as well by going into PS3 settings and manually adding your on-screen touch controls. For that I am using an app that is available on Play Store known as Gamepad. You guys can add it from Play Store afterwards. Just set it up as your keyboard and start using it for the ANDSTATION PS3 emulator. Once that has been done, you can tap on the save button, then close button. Well, with all of that out of the way, let's start off by testing out our first game, which is going to be Bomberman Ultra. So I'll simply press the boot button, and as you might know, you require compiling PPU models while testing out PS3 games on the PS3 emulator. Well, I have already compiled PPU models of all these games, so they will be immediately starting on my Android device. So there we go, the first ever PS3 game which we are about to try out has successfully booted on my Android device. But will it be playable? Let's find out. I'll simply swipe back so that we can access the on-screen touch controls. And here we go guys, our game has successfully started. We can simply press the X button to start our game and it should successfully work. You guys will be able to see that my D-pad is also working properly. So I have set up these on-screen touch controls correctly so that it is playable inside the ANDSTATION PS3 emulator or PS3 emulator. Let's call it PS3. Anyways, you guys will be able to see that our game has successfully started and the FPS or speed percentage might be very low, but the game is at least working. There are no visible graphical issues, and this is the first PS3 game which is actually properly playable on our Android devices, at least inside the ANDSTATION 3. I have seen the developer's YouTube channel where he has tested out multiple games like Uncharted 3 as well as God of War 3, which we'll be testing out later on. Anyways, if you want to start a brand new game or test out a new game, you gotta restart your entire ANDSTATION PS3 emulator. That's all because of the lack of on-screen touch controls. You can't really stop your game directly. You gotta restart ANDSTATION PS3 emulator every single time. The next game that I want to show you guys is another small 2D game, which is the Sonic Unleashed demo. So I'll simply tap on the boot icon and you will also notice the problems that may arise while emulating PS3 games on Android inside of the ANDSTATION PS3 emulator. And if you are wondering what is my Android device, basically it is the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 Ultra with Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor and 12 GB of RAM. There we go, as you will be able to see, Sonic Unleashed is about to start, and let me also show you guys the problem that you might face once the game actually starts. Now for some reason this game completely force stops, and this is the problem with this game. I have tried out, I don't want to say much, but I have tried out God of War 3 and it doesn't force stop. So unfortunately Sonic Unleashed, though this is the game that should work on this emulator, doesn't really work, unlike the big titles we are about to test out right away. There we go guys, we are back once again, and the next game that we'll be trying out is going to be Battlefield 1943. Now we are starting with the big boys, and all of these are demo games. These are not the full versions of the game because it is just impractical to emulate them on our Android devices. I am just emulating demo games so that if at least they work, then we'll be able to play it on our Android devices. Let me swipe back once again because I can guarantee 100% that this game will boot on my Android device, and you will be able to see EA Sports, there we go, the game is about to boot on my Android device. The only thing that annoys me though is this aspect ratio. It is so weird, man. Like there we go, Battlefield 1943, and we don't have an FPS overlay, so I can't really exactly tell you guys what FPS are we getting. Alright guys, I managed to tap the start button somehow and our game will successfully start. I'll simply tap on the Y button and yeah, it is connecting. So let's wait until the game actually starts. So unfortunately guys, it is stuck at connecting and I am not going any further than this. So unfortunately, Battlefield 1943 also is unplayable on ANDSTATION PS3 Emulator. So let's try out our next game, which is going to be Call of Duty World at War Co-op demo. So I'll simply tap on the boot button and let's see if this big game works on our Android devices. Now the funny thing is that ANDSTATION 3 works better than it used to work on my iQOO 12 with Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor. So I think it is more well supported on Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processors, and you guys will be able to see our game is about to start. So I'll simply swipe back and there we go guys, our game has successfully started, and immediately you guys will be able to see during the cutscenes the game is lagging quite a lot. Like just take a look at this, it must be about 3 to 4 FPS or 3 to 5 FPS, nothing more than that. And I'll press the X button multiple times and there we go, we can simply tap the start button and you will be able to see it. It says segfault reading location, and unfortunately the game has forced stop, so we won't be able to play it on our Android devices. This is very unfortunate guys, and I have also noticed that sometimes PS3 opens in a bigger screen and sometimes it opens in a small screen. Anyways, the next game that we'll be trying out is Devil May Cry 4, so I am very excited for this game, and do let me know in the comment section down below which more games should I test out inside of the ANDSTATION PS3 Emulator. We also have FIFA 08 demo along with that God of War 3 demo. We'll be testing out all these 3 games later on in this video, so be sure to watch the video till the end. And there we go, Devil May Cry, we are about to play it on our Android devices, and I didn't think that we would be able to play PS3 games on Android, but it is 2024 and this is a very crazy year. Alright, Devil May Cry 4. I'll simply press the X button and yeah, the audio output is also surprisingly working, which is pretty impressive. And all of these games for some reason ask me to press the start button. This is very annoying because I have to go to the on-screen touch controls, afterwards select keyboard type as keyboard, then go back into the Termux X11, afterwards swipe back, then press the enter button, which I have configured as the start button, and it is recognized once in a while. The on-screen touch controls, that's the only downfall of ANDSTATION PS3 Emulator, I guess. Well, did I press the start button? Yep, I pressed the start button somehow. So let's switch to the gamepad settings, and as I was saying, the only downfall of ANDSTATION 3 is the fact that it does not have these on-screen touch controls. And here we go guys, our game has successfully started, and this is, oh my god, why did this error had to pop up, man? Like the game had literally started, I was about to control the character, but no, the game had to crash. So yeah, this is very disappointing. Why did this happen, man? I think we need to switch to an older build of RPCS3 or use a different latest build of RPCS3, because these issues did not occur in a Wine-based Windows emulator where I was running the original RPCS3 emulator. Anyways, that's not the end though, we have much more games to try out, so let's wait and find out. So the next game that we'll try out is Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit, and I personally have tested out this game and I got surprising results, so let's wait. There we go guys, our game is about to start directly, and surprisingly, once again I am mentioning this, all these games boot up successfully without giving us any errors, but once the game actually starts, the RPCS3 throws an error. It is a very random bug, but I am pretty sure that our Android devices are 100% capable of emulating PS3 games in 2024. Anyways, let me swipe back once again, and please, I hope that there is not a start button. Alright, there we go guys, Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit has successfully started, and this is the beginning cutscene. Just take a look at it, it's working properly. I'll simply press the X button, and yeah, you will be able to see that all the cutscene, all the loading screen, everything is working properly. Once again, I got to switch to the gamepad. Okay, I somehow managed to press the enter button without actually pressing the enter button, and I hope that the game actually works this time because I'm very hyped. I am pressing the X button, but for some reason these controls are just so trash. I am back again. Oh my god, this is such a pain guys, to be honest. So this is the pain behind testing out games on my Android device. This takes so much time, and now I want to start a battle, so I'm going to be pressing the X button to confirm, but you will be able to see that for some reason it's just back, man. Like, I'm not understanding what the heck is actually wrong with this game. So I think guys, I'm going to skip this game as well. I actually had very high hopes that I would actually be able to play it. But no, the on-screen touch controls are just not working, and that is the only one thing which I wanted to have inside this emulator, at least in the alpha testing build. And now guys, we are about to try out FIFA 08 demo game on our Android devices. Alright, here we go guys. Once again, FIFA 08 is about to start. EA Sports, the classic EA Sports logo. I missed it so much, man. The current EA games I have played FC25, it's not that fun. And once again, unfortunately guys, this game does not appear to be working. I am just seeing an black screen. So yeah, now we only have the final game that I'm about to try out, and it is the God of War E3 demo. I am super excited for this game. I hope it works. Well, I already know the answer to it, but let's find out for you guys. I'll scroll down, I'll double tap on God of War E3 demo, and let's see if it works or not. Let's go guys, you will be immediately able to see some God of War images and Sony Computer Presents. Here we go. I'll simply max out the audio, Santa Monica Studios, and you'll be able to hear compiling shaders. The audio output is working. Well, why is the game showing us an black screen? Well guys, there is no graphical output while emulating God of War 3 inside of the ANDSTATION PS3 Emulator. So, I mean, the game works, the graphics don't. So, is it playable? I'm not really sure. So, let's summarize this video. That was the entire gameplay test of ANDSTATION PS3 Emulator. By the way, this emulator received a new update where it fixed the post-op issues and other stuff. So now it works perfectly fine. You can load up RPCS3, you can emulate some 2D titles like Bomberman, but that's about it, I guess. Do let me know in the comment section down below, should I test out more games in ANDSTATION PS3 Emulator. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.